She's always got something to say. Watch out, this funny girl's coming your way. She's got jokes for fans and Wally. It's your girl, Wally. Hey everybody, it's episode 9, and guess what? I remembered to unmute myself. I am so excited. Like, I'm gonna get all kind of prizes and awards after the show because I remembered to unmute myself before I started. Hey everybody, episode 9. We're almost there. We're gonna have a big celebration next week, episode 10. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is gonna be a very, very, very special episode for me. It is gonna be a school days episode and all about I love my HBCU, even though my two guests today are about to read the boots off of me about that. Yo, I got some good news. Those of you who follow me on social media probably know this already, but this week, y'all, get the Giphy channel. I already had my branded channel, but they verified me with my blue check. Yay! Yesterday, when I took the screenshot, I had 560 million views. Today, 563 million views on all. And now Giphy has added GIFs with sound to them. So check them out. If you use my GIFs to see my GIFs, I always like to be tagged in them just so I know, yay, do I get paid for it? No. What does it mean? I don't know, but I feel special because I got a blue check. So yay, pat myself on the back. I'm excited about that. So glad everybody tuned in today. If this is your first time watching the show, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button on YouTube or the follow button on Facebook Live. Spread the word, tell somebody about it. And welcome if it's your first time and come back and see us. I am going to bring in my assistant producer, Jade. She's on time this week, y'all. And see what she's been up to. Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay.
Hello.
How are you? Good to see you on time this week. How are you doing?
Yeah, because I'm like not on time every week.
No, you're not. You are. You really are. You're on time. You're so special. But what's been going on? What you got going on?
Not much, really. Just trying to get through my days, stay productive, stay creative.
Now, are y'all open over there pretty much now, or?
It's kind of like halfway. Like, I know everybody still has to wear a mask, but like movie theaters are open, parks and gyms are open.
Wow. Okay, ours aren't, so I'm jealous. Okay. All right. Well, I will bring you back. Well, you stay. I'm gonna bring in our guest and talk to them, and you can stay while I talk to them, and then I will pop you out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited. Like I said, this is the School Days I Love My HBU segment of the show. Hey, y'all. Janice says, hey, everybody. Denise went to Albany State, and she's also my line sister. We are members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I can't ski-wee anymore because my vocal cords got nicked, but you know, it was a pretty one too. But this segment is School Day segment. I love my HBCU. I'm so excited. Both of my guests on the show today are alumni of Albany State University, and I've known them since my freshman year. I will not tell you the year because you will not age me. And here we go. First up, ladies and gentlemen, this funny lady, she is a comedian now, and I knew she was going to be because she has been hilarious the entire time I've known her. She is, I don't like to call people a fool, but she's a good fool, if that makes sense. She's a good person, a good spirited person. Hey, Erica, that's another one of my LSs. Hey, a good spirited person, just a genuine person, just a sweetheart. Don't tell her I said that because she's probably going to fuss at me about something, and then I'm going to have to take it all back. But she's a sweetheart. Let's give it up for Starr Carter.
Hey. Hi, Holly.
Exactly. Can't too many people sing like we can. You know how that goes. How are you? I like your shirt that, you didn't bother sending me one of. I like that.
Thank you. It's where I first met you, and you became a part of our wonderful, illustrious university. It's unfortunate that you don't have a shirt on. Obviously, you don't really like us like we like you. But I'm happy to be here.
Okay. So, yeah. So, oh no, she didn't. We see that. I do. Let me go ahead and address this. I do love my HBCU. I do. I don't have, like I told y'all, this is my whole apartment right here. Right. Like every day I have to buy a new shirt to wear because I don't have nowhere to put my clothes. So I don't have a degree, and I started to be Flavor Flav and wear my degree across my neck, but I didn't know how that would work. So, but what's up? Like you're a comedian now, and I love it. I love it. Tell me, how's the Atlanta scene in comedy?
I think it's really good because everybody's at home, and as long as you got a good, clean background and don't, trip on that one, because I got on pajama pants, everybody good.
I don't have no pants. I would stand up to prove it, but my unders have holes in them.
So that's my side gig. I do have a full-time job. I mean, because it's real out here in these comedy streets. But yeah. I've been doing comedy for I came out, and I don't mean the other way, even though girls is fine as hell to me.
Okay.
I came out on my birthday, so it's been almost 10 years now.
All right. Yeah. So, but y'all get paid in Atlanta while you talk about it's tough. Guess what? We don't hear. Like the most we may get, somebody may give us gas money, but if you're not a name, you're not getting paid. So, yeah, you're not getting paid. So y'all got it good over there. But are y'all's clubs open?
The clubs are back open now.
Ours are not yet.
We was open long before, Virgins and Texas. We've been open.
Well, I was gonna say, never closed. Y'all ain't never closed. What was y'all doing? Herd immunity?
No, we never closed. We've been open the whole time. So, I'm enjoying this COVID streets.
All right. Well, have fun. Have you gotten vaccinated yet?
Yes, I am so excited. I feel like I'm free. Like I've been tonguing girls and people in the street. It's just been crazy.
Well, okay, thank you for that. I have my appointment for April 8th, but I think our comedy clubs are opening on April 1st. But I did a backyard show a couple of weeks ago. Girl, you tell me I went in Madison Square Garden. I was so excited.
Right.
In front of people with a microphone in my hand, like. Right. But the Zoom shows have been fun. Like to me, they keep your muscles going. So, you know what? I can't with her.
It's fake. It don't even work, but I do it on the Zoom shows. They don't even know. They be so into it.
Exactly. I don't use a mic during my Zoom shows. Like I don't even have this one on during my Zoom shows, but it's still fun. Some people do. Some people go all out, and that's
I go all out on my Zoom shows.
All right. Well, we're gonna pop you out, and I'm gonna bring our other guest who's probably gonna read me too, and then we'll bring you back. Okay.
Hey,
is your super chat active? I don't know what that means. Is our super chat active? Oh, Jay, we have to figure that one out. Is our super chat active? No. I mean, yes, we can see your comments, and that's why we pop them in, but I can't comment back in the. I don't know what you mean, Erica. Sorry. Put it in the comments what you mean. Our next guest, I'm so not tech savvy. Our next guest coming up, I still remember the day I met this thing in our freshman dorm. I'm minding my business, and somebody walks up to me, "You got a trash bag?" And I turned around, I was like, "What?" And so back then they weren't even saying what. Yeah, but I was like, "What?" And it was this person. She has been in my life ever since then. She is what is she? She's a whole lot of things, child. She is my good buddy. She's my friend. She is the mother of my only godson. Let's bring her in. She's hilarious in herself, y'all. She's not a comic, but this thing right here is hilarious too. So between these two guests we got on today, we just gonna cut it up. Let's give it up for Scarlett Capri Sun King. Oh, I like your shirt too. Was this planned?
It was not. It was not planned. However, just make sure
you catch
all of it.
I gotta respond. It's how we send you money. Girl, no, Jay, we're gonna have to figure out what super chat is. I'm gonna have to send me the link to super chat. No, we don't have super chat. I was trying to get super chat so I can get some money like WAP super chat, but that ain't working either. So send me the super chat link.
So embarrassing. What?
Y'all playing y'all shirts? I mean, I don't have.
We didn't. I have not talked to Starr yet today.
Oh, today. No, y'all were gonna be on the show for a few weeks, so I'm just saying. Same Camp Creek Middle School, yes. Yeah. Scarlett, what's going on, girl?
Hi, Holly.
Hi.
Yeah, Atlanta is open, so everything is going on here.
And you work in the restaurant industry, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
How
I work in the restaurant industry.
has that been safe? Oh, we won't tell you most days. I'm just wild about Harry.
Roll Jordan. Roll
Oh
Jordan.
roll Jordan. Anyway, don't start us. So we were in
It's
this
different.
theater
It's
group
different.
called Yamoja Theater, y'all. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But you said it's
God.
different. Did you
The industry
the
is
whole
different.
time? Because you were in the industry like the whole pandemic. So
I was, and
you just coughed, y'all. Hey, Anthony.
wow. Yeah, I was. I stayed in it the whole pandemic. We did to go for a lot, for the majority of it until we actually opened the restaurant back up. But yeah, I stayed safe really for about 6 months, and then I did contract COVID at the restaurant. So.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Then it didn't bother your asthma?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Were you in the hospital?
I wasn't. I had a mild case, but it was still scary. You know what I mean? But I had a mild case. I was really blessed to go through it the way that I did. But I was sick an entire 10 days. The first couple of days were pretty rough.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I thought I had it and I was on my way to heaven, but I had called
I didn't claim that.
Well, I had just called my mom and said, "Hey, you think we could be roommates?" And but it was
Oh my God. Oh God.
But it was a COVID. So oh God, I'm glad you're okay. So what's been up? I mean, what's going on?
So work every day. I work a lot of hours. I got a new position, so I work a lot of hours. I'm busy, but it has afforded me the opportunity to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time, especially throughout the pandemic, because nobody was really trying to come out.
Yeah.
Except for some people. So a lot of young people didn't really understand the magnitude of it, so they came out a lot of young people. But as far as my classmates and whatnot, they was texting.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
I know that's right. All right, well, let's pop Starr back in and let's get this party started so I can let both of them have it at the same time. Hey, okay.
Nice shirt, Scaria. Hey,
Scarlett. I love your shirt too. You're such a great alumni to do that.
You are too. Thanks. She's gone.
I mean, I figured that I wasn't a part of my own show today. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
this was not planned. This was not planned.
Well, I am kind of in color, Scarlett, because I have on purple. And do you remember our purple memory from college?
Yes, I do.
You do? Let me pop that up for everybody.
No.
Yeah,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Memories. But we were Scarlett was Miss Omega, and we were on. Monica said, "Do better." Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm not gonna do. It's get read by all the Albany State people today. But Scarlett was Miss Omega Psi Phi. Well, Scarlett was Miss Omega. Sakata was Miss Psi. I was Miss Phi. I think that's how it was. And we had on purple, and Scarlett had on the gold. Yes. So see, I wore that in remembrance of that time in our life, Scarlett. That's
y'all were Q pearls.
No, we were not.
About to start some.
I don't have anything against Q, and they were the Q's hoes.
Ma'am, I was not a Q pearl. I have nothing against Q pearls, but I was not an Omega pearl.
I ain't gonna say I don't have nothing against Q pearls.
I don't. You shut up.
It's not that I have nothing against them. It's like do better. But I wasn't Scarlett that froze up. I wasn't Q pearl. I was Miss
Phi. Or made. Which one were you? Something made up.
She was Miss Psi.
And I had a pretty natural in college, kind of like I do now when I don't wear a wig.
Oh God.
So yeah, so I'm so happy to have both of y'all on the show today. Like seriously, I love my HBCU. Even though Starr doesn't think I do. Starr, you said you was going to address the fact that you don't think that I like our college.
Oh yeah, I don't think you like us. She has not been back since she left Albany State. Who does that? Even if you go back to just say, "Hey, I need a receipt or my records for something because I'm trying to get out of something." You've never went back to that school one time in 25 plus years. Wrong.
I went back for Scarlett's college graduation in the winter of '99 after I graduated.
Jay, add 2099 in 2001. Add that up, baby. If you look like you can add the way your glasses sit on your head, you could add fast.
And Jade, I'm gonna let you out because Jade likes to be let out because she has administrative stuff to do. But Starr, you said you want to address how I treat Jade.
Because I gotta look like Jade when I add it up. What that is?
I'm telling Mr. Willie L. Todd. You know what? I'm
still friends with Willie Todd. Me and him talk on Facebook.
Well, he and I are not friends on Facebook, but I'm friends with Mr. Miles.
1999, 2000.
You know what? Anyway, I have not been back, y'all, but I have been saying every year that I was going to go back to homecoming. But then something comes up all the time. And then I was going to go back this year, but the pandemic happened.
Darn it.
So I don't know if I'm going to get to go back next year, but I really am. Scarlett made me promise that I was going to go one year. And then
I haven't been either. I'm guilty of it too.
For like 10 years. Let me be honest. I didn't go back to homecoming for like 10 years or whatever. And when I went back, I was like, I'll never miss another one. Like you were.
I haven't been in over 15 years myself, so I'm not tripping.
Wait, what, Scarlett? Scarlett, your titties look huge. What you say now?
I mean, she got nerve. First of all, if that ain't the pot kettle pitch black, I'm the one over here. I look like I'm in an A-cup compared to y'all.
I can fix that. Don't worry about it.
Dancing on the ground because my boobs hang so low. So, yeah, my Scarlett ain't no better. But listen, here's the real of it. I am going to go back. A couple years ago, D-Love asked me to come and perform at homecoming, and I was all for it, and then he never contacted me again. And so
he changed his mind.
He contacted me, and I did it for them 1 year. So that must be the year you said no. They called me after.
I say no. You must have took my spot. I didn't say no, and I didn't even give them my price yet before they moved on to somebody else.
I was free, so that's why they chose me.
Free hoes. I get it.
Y'all trying to be funny? I feel like I feel attacked. I feel attacked.
Jay, we'll bring it. But sorry, before I let Jade go, I mean, what was your issue with? You said you don't like the way I be treating Jade.
I don't like the way you treat Jade. I have been watching several shows, and I even have a sign here that says "Free Jade."
Did you have one of those for me? You didn't have one of those for me.
Because you know what? She was late 1 or 2 times, and it wasn't but 45 minutes.
One.
And you acted like that girl had never showed up and did anything. And you know, the shade that you threw her the entire show was so wrong. I said, I got free Jade.
She left.
Jade, you just blink at me if you need to be free, because you can come to my show, and I'll promise you, I will double the zero pay that you're getting.
Oh, that's what you don't know. She gets paid. Jade, I wish you would say you don't get paid.
Jade get paid.
Yes, I pay Jade. Can you top what I pay her? I'll wait.
Jade, you get paid and you showed up late? Get your ass off the show.
Exactly.
I know you did, Money. I know you did.
Yes. Okay. So Jade will be back with us for a little bit. No, Jade really does. Jade
really does like to go. Yeah.
Yeah. She works my comments and things like that. And it's hard. She said it's hard for her, like trying to do everything. So she goes and she's dedicated. No, I gave her a hard time last week, but you know what? She really is.
I saw it.
She's dedicated. Scarlett, why you still coughing? You all right?
So the weather is changing here in Atlanta. Why you care? We're on with it's all good. Ha ha Holly. Okay. Dragon.
So I'm getting red for filth. Somebody is sending me a message. Okay. So anyway, I'm excited to have y'all on the show, even though y'all talk to me dirty. I promise you that I'm probably not gonna make homecoming this year.
Okay.
But 2022.
I gotta check my phone. I don't know.
My right hand.
All right. The Lord see you, because he sits high and look at lies low.
So he must stay low with you all the time?
Every day.
Oh, okay. So as Lord willing, I'm going to be at homecoming in 2022.
And you will at least go and purchase some type of alumni paraphernalia before that 22?
I will give you my address. Feel free to send me some.
Look how that just happened. That's the HBCU you love, baby. They like that love, baby.
I know. I need to. I mean, now because people acknowledging HBCUs now that I vice president went to Howard. But it shouldn't have took that for acknowledgement, because let me tell you something. And these people attest to it. People sleep on HBCU education.
They do.
The better education because we already know what people gonna think about us when we come out. When I graduated from the theater program, I had to do a dissertation and defend it in front of a panel. Why? Because my teacher said, I want you to be prepared because people will already give you one notch down because you come from an HBCU. And I want you to be wrong. Hello?
Hello? That's what I'm talking about.
Hello.
Exactly. So I love my HBCU, regardless of what these two think. I love my HBCU. I am a Golden Ram for life.
We believe you, Holly.
Yep.
I'm so excited, as you can tell, to have both of y'all on this. That part, HBCU strong.
That's right.
Yes, exactly. So thank y'all for being on the show. We are going to talk about college memories a little bit later, but it's a couple things. Appropriation. I know y'all know how to spell appropriation because I know y'all got.
Stop. I certainly do. Yes.
Appropriation is a real thing.
Let me Google it.
You know what?
Root word is appropriate. Okay.
Anyway, appropriation is not appropriate, but y'all, Justin Bieber got ripped for he's using MLK, Martin Luther King. I'm not gonna say MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. clips on his new album. But the thing is, it's not a social justice album. It's a love album and an album about his relationships. I don't remember saying too much about Justin Bieber saying too much of anything as it applies to social justice for us. So why is he using MLK clips? I don't know. I already don't like the little boy because he peed on one of the president's pictures a few years ago because he's from Canada and all that. So he said, but how do y'all feel about that? I mean, the fact that he's using MLK, Martin Luther King's clips, not even in a good, like in a right way. He's using for love songs. Audience, you can chime in too. I would love to hear your opinions. But what do y'all think about that?
I probably have an unpopular opinion than the audience of Scarlett. I don't know. I know I have one that you.
I don't think you do.
Okay, go ahead. What's the opinion? Go, Scarlett. I mean, Starr. Starr. Okay.
She won't do it. She won't call me Starr. Please call me Starr.
Sorry.
But you and my mama will not. But anyway, I'm kind of okay with it, and maybe I don't know the whole story, but I'm kind of okay with it because I have listened to other rap albums, and they have a random people speaking on it all the time about justice or something that's going on. What's the Caucasian comedian that's so funny? I don't want to say white on here because I feel like you got like
Gary Owen.
Gary Owen.
Gary Owens has been on the album. I Love Raymond. What's his name? Everybody hates Raymond. I love Raymond. Do they hate him or love him? Anyway,
everybody loves Raymond.
Ray Romano did a whole monologue on Kendrick Lamar's album or somebody's album. Like, my point is that it's not uncommon that people use features or something on their music. And then the one that he used, I thought was pretty cool.
Okay. Well, this is what this show is about. Listen, my show is about, you don't have to agree with me. I'm not going to put you off the show. Yeah. But,
good to know.
I didn't tell this bullshit for nothing.
But it's but I think I already feel some kind of way. I think I already feel some kind of way about Justin Bieber. So
okay.
Somebody said, let Justin Bieber live. Oh, that's Andrea Annette. That's Kiki. Let Justin Bieber live. Listen, I just think it's culture vultures. Where was your voice for Martin Luther King on Martin Luther King Day, Junior Day? It doesn't fit the song at all. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. It does. That's my point. It doesn't fit.
A lot of them don't fit the song. Ray Romano was talking about something about a roller coaster. I mean, it was.
Romano ain't a figure for social justice either.
No, he's not. You're right.
And you got to think it's time sensitive. You know, everybody want to cancel everybody. I mean, I'm still upset.
That's what the issue is. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's the timing.
It's a musical misstep, sorta. But the issue is that it's time. I mean, I ride the fence. I really don't care. I think it's an issue because he's white. That's bottom line is, I think it's the issue because he's white.
Okay, so I don't know if you watched the show last year. I'm going to let you get back. I'm going to let you finish, I promise.
You don't care about my opinion.
Oh, go ahead. Mainly, hold on, let me just clarify something. When I interrupt people, y'all, my memory is shit nowadays. So mainly I have to jump in when I can remember. But I'm going to remember this, Scarlett. So go ahead and finish your point.
I just think it's an issue because he's white, and I feel like they have to start somewhere. He's young. He's a part of that young generation. They have to start somewhere. The issue, along with the fact that it is time sensitive, I think that it just doesn't fit where he put it. It just doesn't fit where he put it. But I don't have a problem. First of all, he used an actual clip of MLK's voice. So that means that the King Center was on board, because they have to sign off on that kind of stuff. You can't just use a clip of MLK's voice and put it on an album. That means that his daughter, Bernice King, who's over the King Center, was okay with it.
You better
She had to be, because he can't just use a clip of MLK's voice and insert it wherever he wants to insert it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know this, but I'm assuming she had to be all right with that. He can't just take a clip. You know what I mean? So, and my point is, if she was okay with it, I mean, sometimes you gotta live and let live.
Do you think she was okay?
Live and let live.
Oh, Monica said Bernice King did approve. Monica, we're gonna have to make the news anchor. She said Bernice King did approve.
Scarlett, stop moving your phone, because when you move your phone, your internet kind of.
She had to. Yeah.
Okay.
She had to.
Well, here's the piece to it.
She had to.
You say him being white. That's not it for me. It's just about what he hasn't done. I'm not sure if you saw my show last week.
That's that shoddy internet.
Mm-hmm. Tamir Rice's mom spoke out against Lil Baby for doing what he did at the Grammys, and he's black. It's just a point of, I think people are a little bit over using social justice things for clout.
Let me ask you something though.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this thing where we say their names, keep their name alive, keep the story alive. Don't just, it's right now, rah, it's in the next 6 weeks. But then after that, we don't think about them again. So we still want to say their names and bring them up so we can not forget. So why is I didn't get why the mom was upset about it.
So I agree with you, because I believe we should keep saying the name. And actually, Lil Baby's song is dope. I love that song.
Yes.
But I think for Tamir's mom, from what I read that she was saying, and anybody feel free to chime in, but she was saying it's for show, because behind the scenes they're not doing nothing.
Oh, now that's a problem.
Right. I mean, there's been some people, I can't remember which rapper it was that gave money for a full scholarship for George Floyd's daughter. You're doing something, but she's saying these people are doing it for clout, like they're doing it in front of the cameras and spotlighting to get record sales. But then
flip me a little something.
Like, but where are you sending that money to anything to help our cause? So I think that's what she was saying. Scarlett popped off, she'll pop back in. Yeah. So I think
that I agree with. That I understand. I understand. Like I'm fine with you saying the child's name, keep the thing alive, and keep the spirit of what happened alive, keeping people's space so we don't just forget. But come up with some type of scholarship. Come up with something to help the family. Yeah. So I get that.
Yeah.
Hey Keisha, I love you.
I know. Hey. Hold on. Where's Scarlett? We're trying to let Scarlett. Jay, will you let Scarlett back in?
She's your line sister too, right?
Yep, she's my line sister too. We just had our anniversary a couple weeks ago. Hey, thank you. So yeah, that's how, I don't know. I mean, again, Justin Bieber's little music, I listen to it or whatever. He's annoying to me. He really is annoying to me. Now that he's gotten saved, he's a little bit calmer. But before, all his shit blew me. But I just want to make sure he's doing it for the right reason. And okay, so that brings up another issue. Y'all said Bernice King approved it. At what point do you think the family is like, it's money?
Well, I think the family been a issue with money, because you remember they fell out with each other real bad over money and over the papers and when the papers should be released, because, so I think they've been having issues with money for a long time.
Yeah. Well, appropriation. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say what Justin Bieber did is appropriation, but it does ruffle my feathers sometimes, because there is a lot of appropriation, like Kim Kardashian and the Cornrow, which brings me to my first trivia, Jade. We're gonna bring in our first trivia question since we're talking about appropriation. Audience, this first trivia question is worth a $25 gift card first person that answers correctly, it is a multiple choice. Last week we had an issue with people not understanding multiple choice means you choose one of the options in the choices. You don't add new ones. So again, I like to remind people that we stream live on Facebook and YouTube. So it's whatever the first answer that comes to us on our side is. And that's why she allowed him to use it. Thank you, Musette. Another one of my lines. Golly, my line is coming through today. Y'all better watch the show all the time. All right, here's the first trivia question for the day. What movie really started the cornrow trend for Black women in the 90s? A, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. B, Set It Off. C, Friday. D, Boys in the Hood. Again, what movie really started the cornrow trend for Black women in the 90s? A, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. B, Set It Off. C, Friday. D, Boys in the Hood. First person that answers correctly, Jay.
Answers coming in.
She won. Oh, I'm not supposed to say the winner. Jay's supposed to say the winner.
But we're supposed to let them answer first before you say the winner.
She answered. I'm looking at my page and she got it right.
Who answered? Ain't nobody saying nothing out loud.
Jay ain't doing her job. I see it.
Look at, oh, you looking online. I mean, you looking online. You know what? Let Jay do her job since you were so worried about her having a job. Let her do her job and you just stay and get free Jay. All right. What
I got people texting me about free Jay.
Oh my God. Let me take
Yes.
FJ, baby. FJ.
You tall?
You know what? I'm just gonna let y'all have the
No, I ain't got that.
Hey, did anybody get the right answer yet?
Yes.
Okay, who got the right answer first? And what is the right answer? Scarlett, Starr, do you know the right answer?
Yeah. Scarlett said it. I didn't know.
What's the answer, Scarlett?
I'm gonna agree with that.
Agree with what? Oh, okay. I can't hear you.
Scarlett in that dial-up. I don't know what's going on.
So, Jay, what's the right answer? Scarlett's stuck. She gonna be mad at the way she's stuck. Jay, what's the answer?
It is Set It Off. It was B.
And who got it right?
Connectra Maxwell.
Kenitra? You would not say Kenitra.
I'm sorry.
All right, KK, do me a favor. Inbox me your email address on the Facebook.
Aria, what did you do?
KM01@yahoo.com.
Why are you giving out that girl's email address online?
Yes.
Hey, you edit that, Jay. You edit that, Jay. Edit that out.
I know.
Did you like the worst of the people married?
Set it off. Leo.
Okay, set it off. Yes. So thank you. She said just call her KK. KK. Thank you, Monica. We didn't know that.
Set it off, Cleo. Am I frozen?
No, yeah. Well, you're not. She like 10 years behind. This is probably one of the best episodes I've had. This is off the chain. KK, please inbox me.
Wait,
inbox me your email address on either Instagram or Facebook, and I will send your gift card out to you by the end of the week. Yay! Good job, KK. KK had cornrows in school. I think our friend Tan did everybody's cornrows in the whole Albany State University. All of us did cornrows.
Okay, real quick, hold up. I think we have someone. Let me just make sure because I think
somebody disputing it.
Oh no, well, they both came from Facebook. I think someone was saying they might have got the answer first, but both of them.
Who was it? Somebody? Who was it? We'll give it to both.
Tiffany Simmons.
Oh, you know what? They should share it. They're line sisters. They should share their gift card. No, I'll send both of you. Tiffany, inbox me your email address too. Both of y'all will get a $25 gift card in the mail by the end of the week. So both of y'all inbox me either on Instagram or Facebook your email addresses. So yay. Moving on to our, you know what? Get her.
Tiffany is here. Kenitra won.
Okay. She said, Jade, look at my answer. Okay, we got free Jade. Free Jade. Her name is spelled backwards. Yep, she went to HBCU. So we're gonna move on to our next segments in the show, which should be no surprise because everybody is talking about it this week. Derek Jackson. Him and his poor wife. Ain't that a shame? Scarlett popped off again. Y'all, please send in donations for Scarlett to get some so that she can stay an active guest on this show. Yeah. Tiffany, put your government name in the comment section.
Really, Tiffany, I'm Starr. That's what happens when you've been knowing people for 20-some years. They tell all you.
Exactly. Derek Jackson, y'all. I'm not coming for his wife, but this was of course, the most relevant picture. I'm coming for him because this man is giving all kind of advice. Like I've shared his post with people. I've had people send his post to me before,
really?
and I'm like, oh my God, yes. What's going on? I mean, like, seriously, he's still going about his business. Like, okay, I made a mistake after he went after John Gray.
He went after John Gray hard, but John Gray petty enough, he came back at him. Then he didn't forget it.
He did. He came back. He was like, remember when I commented on your post? Oh, no, that's because I didn't.
No, I did.
But how about, it's the second mistress has come forward now.
No. A second one?
That's what I saw.
Does she have a bonnet and glasses on, too?
No. Leave his... For the record, that was not a bonnet that this lady has on, y'all. It is a knit cap. It is not a bonnet. Hey, Tara, it's not a bonnet. It is a knit cap. So I'm not going to let y'all keep dragging that girl through the mud about a bonnet.
I'm going to keep dragging her because you knew that.
A mess. She did look a mess, and it did look like he drug her in and set her in a chair because he held her hand so tight so she couldn't run away.
This is my question. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go.
I just be talking. Okay, listen. This is my question for the audience because I'm open. I'm not trying to be closed-minded. Can you not have an anointing for? I don't have another word for it because I was raised in the church. It's probably a better word for y'all secular people. But can you have a gift or an anointing for something, but still be battling with that as well?
Absolutely.
Like T.D. Jakes speaks to me with Woman Thou Art Loosed, and he ain't no woman.
Right.
So maybe he had that knowledge and spirit of or anointing of connecting to women and telling them, women, this is what you need to do, or men, this is what you shouldn't do. Because I'm out here doing it. I know what I'm doing. I'm telling y'all what's exactly. How you doing it?
Because I think it was 2 years ago he had one about if your man cheats and all of this. But I think it's not that he was a relationship guru, right? I think it's the fact that how he came for other people so hard, i.e. John Gray and then other people. And
apparently he came for Charlamagne the God because Charlamagne the God on Breakfast Club went in on him hard.
I haven't seen it. I didn't see that clip.
Because they have a song, him and Lil Duval have a song, Black Men Don't Cheat. So apparently Derek Jackson went in with them. I don't know, but Lil Duval, if you haven't followed Lil Duval and Charlamagne the God, they've been going in on Derek Jackson. They're like, I know you not talking about not cheating when you went in on us. So
wow.
Yeah,
I'm a watcher, but I'm just disappointed in him. And I think for me, some people say he's a textbook narcissist. He is. I think for me, I don't see any remorse. I see arrogance when he speaks about it. It's almost like me and my wife talked about it. So what? You know what? You don't have the right.
Yeah, he's trying to diffuse it. He's trying to diffuse it. Yeah,
exactly.
And get in front of it, and he can't.
He can't. And you don't have the right to tell us to mind our business when you minding everybody else's business, and you put us in our business when you deemed yourself the relationship guru, and you post videos in your car every day, probably on the way to your mistress's house, and giving us advice. So now you don't have the right. Like a lot of times I'm like, mind your business. They don't have nothing to do with us. It's none of our business. But his is our business because he put us in his business.
He did.
Arrogant and cocky about it. And I don't think he learned his lesson. He probably got off that video with his wife and went over somebody else's house. In fact, he had somebody in his marital bed. Hello?
Yeah. I can't.
This is how he should have apologized. Sorry. He should have came with his wife and he should have been like, I just want everybody to forgive me for going back into her. Because I went in on folk. I was knocking them down. I want y'all to forgive me for what I said to y'all, and I hope y'all don't ever listen to what I say again because he lying.
Everybody who bought a book,
we would have been all right.
everybody who bought a book is entitled to a refund because he is.
Exactly.
Even though some of the stuff that he was saying, this is the thing. That's what makes it so bad is that it's so hypocritical. Because some of the things that he was saying really did make you go, "Oh!" It made some of his statements made you want to require more, expect more. It did. I don't have an issue with that, but it's the hypocrisy of it. It's the hypocrisy. It's so hypocritical.
Exactly. And again, for me, it's the arrogance. It's the arrogance of.
It's the arrogance for me. It's the hypocrisy for me. It's the judgment for me.
Yeah.
Judge not yet, ye be judged.
Oh,
with scriptures all day tonight.
You what?
I'm coming with scriptures all night today.
Okay. That's what I thought you said. Praise be the Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, I know the Bible says, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." So I'm not judging him. What I am doing is
I'm judging. No, I'm talking about him judging. He been judging everybody else.
Well, I'm judging him. So.
And that's why God put all his business out on Front Street right there because he's so busy. I mean, dead wrong. Like now, I can't even look at his stuff the same. I'm like, boy, go somewhere, but he still got millions of followers, which I don't.
Yeah, but now they're following for a different reason. Now they following,
to be messy
because he has been officially drugged through the mud. I mean, they have whatever redemption his career gets or whatever his followers decide to do, he gonna have to get that out the mud. And I mean, he gonna have to get it out the mud.
He got to start. He need to sit down and shut up for 2 years. I wish John Gray would have shut up for 2 years too. Y'all got to shut up for 2 years. Just don't say nothing. Don't even go through drive-thrus. Don't even go in the grocery store. Send somebody to get your stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Just shut up and go into a hole for 2 years, and then you come back out. Like, I never happened. Like, hey, I want my book.
I'm never gonna forget.
No, seriously, and then even when he came back the next day, it was like some of y'all been talking about my wife and I drag her in and all that. Even that was cocky and arrogant, and it's like you talking for her, like. And then you knew you was gonna put her on camera. You set her up. You should have said, "Babe, I'm gonna put you on camera just so people don't start. Fix yourself up a little bit." I mean, because he made her look bad.
2 years.
Like he was all sharp and neat for the interview.
Y'all seen the side piece? Oh, baby is fine. She is thicker than a snicker. Him who?
Oh, the side piece.
Always.
But she put receipts up on that. She put all the text and stuff.
That's why he had to say out everything he said in his confession video because.
Free J, you know what?
Did you have one of them signs for me? Because I don't feel like you did.
You know what? We're gonna do that shortly as well.
Like you, you said no, friend. Okay.
Nope. You just wanted him to keep her.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Oh,
that wasn't happening. Anyway,
marriages. You was gonna dig a hole.
Finna go.
Speaking of marriages, this came up on one of the reality shows. The guy asked for the ring back because it was a fair family heirloom, and the girl was like, "Nope," and went back to Russia. Do you think that Monica said stop Scarlett? Do you think that people think that you should give the ring back, especially if it's a family heirloom?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like if you broke up and it was a family, he said this was my mother's ring that my father gave her.
Well, he should have thought about that before he gave it to the wrong woman. However, if you done, then you're done. Get that man his ring and go on back to Russia.
Yeah,
but he's doing that to be spiteful.
Wrong. Well, if you the one that did wrong though, like if he did you wrong, then you gave the ring back. No, if that was a family heirloom, then you should have off my finger before you cheated, so you could. I ain't got every ring. I ain't never been gay one.
Me neither, shorty. But I'm just saying, get that man his ring. Why would you hold on to that?
Well, I had several rings because I got it going on over here, and I ain't gave nobody nothing back. And one of them is in the ground, and I took his off his finger. Let me get that. Let me get that for you.
What is wrong with you,
Starr?
Wrong with you? KK gonna kill you. Go ahead.
I got my mama's rings. My dad, we were going to send my mama away with the rings, but then we thought about it and we was like, she would want us to keep it. Yeah. So
but let me get that off her finger. Yeah.
But we ain't talking about somebody passing away. We're talking about if y'all break up.
Give him his ring.
Dead to me.
Give him his ring.
Break up, he's dead to me.
So give him his ring.
Oh, this turned dark rather quickly.
Give him his ring.
Okay. Yeah, we'll give him his ring. Scarlett, you keep alluding to saying, did Starr have that signed?
She did.
Did she have that sign for you? For the people who are watching the show that don't know what you're talking about, would you like to share your journey?
No, I'm just playing. Yes.
So you
Sure, but it's better if you just. What do you want to know?
okay? So do you mind if I talk a little bit?
No.
Okay. So as some of you hear, I know, right? What the hell, Starr? But some of y'all keep hearing her ask Starr if you had that sign for me. One of the reasons why I wanted to have Scarlett on the show today is that we're going to talk a little bit about prison reform, and we talking about real prison reform, not the fake kind that Kim Kardashian is doing, like her fake ass.
Okay, you know what? Oh my God, it's
The
not.
only thing the Kardashians are doing, I'm gonna be honest, they don't care about prison reform. They trying to make sure they secure the next generation of black penises for their kids.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that.
They don't care nothing about prison reform. They need to make sure the black population keeps going so their kids can secure the next generation of black penises. They can run into the ground like they did every other black man they'd have been with on the face of this earth. They ran everybody into the ground. They
ain't doing nothing to black men that black
into a whole different sex. Damaged goods. Now
they ain't doing nothing to black men that black men ain't allowing them to do. It is.
I need to understand what side you on. Can you take off your shirt?
I'm sorry.
How to say they secure these black dicks for they secure
for the next generation. You know what I mean? Like, okay. So I mean, even the mama got one. He got hips, but she got one.
Hips for days.
Hips for days. But so we're gonna talk about prison reform a little bit, but we're also gonna share Scarlett's journey, which I think
Janine said I snorted.
Me too.
It was a journey.
It was a journey.
Okay, so Scarlett, I would like for you to tell it because I don't know how to say it.
Scarlett got locked up.
Yeah, come on, Starr.
And she was in there. She did a bid, and it was difficult for not only her family, and her friends, but we held it down. It ain't first time I had to hold somebody down. My daddy went to college when he was 47. He went off to college for a couple of years, and I had to hold him down. I got tired of him sending me leather bags, but other than that, it was all right. And but you go ahead, Scarlett.
What? Well, you know what? Yeah.
Okay, so Scarlett did a bid and went away to college. She had already graduated from Albany State.
I was not in college.
She was in
college.
No,
okay,
it's not college.
She went through another
HBCU. I got sentenced in federal court to 31 months in federal prison. Okay. I did almost 2 years, and I did 6 months on home confinement, which in these streets is known as house arrest during the pandemic. I was allowed to go to work, but I spent 22 months inside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And we don't have to say
nobody got her booty. Nobody bothered her.
So let me be clear. It is what it is. I had a federal case. Federal prison is a little bit different than state prison, county jail. It's not the same. I mean, it's still incarceration, but I wasn't as limited.
You were basically at a club fed.
So that people say that, but I was still away from my family. So
yeah, but I mean, it wasn't.
So the amenities are different. Yeah, the amenities are different. I spent a little bit of time. There's a huge difference because I did spend a little bit of time in the penitentiary, but I was at a camp for the majority of the time. But
you were in the penitentiary due to the hurricane.
We had a hurricane that destroyed the camp, and we ended up having to go to the penitentiary, which is located in Tallahassee, Florida, for several months until I got relocated to Coleman, Florida, which is right outside of Orlando, Tampa area. So I spent about 15 months in the Tampa area.
Okay.
At Coleman.
Now, so can you educate people? Because I know you and I talked about it a little bit. What's the difference between the prison reform, what prison reform really is, and your passion about prison reform versus the prison reform to secure Black penis?
I don't know how to. I don't even know what the question is. Say that again.
Okay. So Kim Kardashian goes to the White House and she's
Okay.
prison reform, right? What is real prison reform? What she's doing is just trying to bring awareness to people who are incarcerated that need to be let go. But that's not reforming.
So no, that's not. So reform is basically equal rights and opportunities guaranteed for people who are incarcerated. You be talking about things like mass incarceration, roadblocks being removed for people who are released, which is called reentry. A lot of times people are over sentenced. Their sentence doesn't necessarily, the punishment doesn't necessarily fit the crime.
Right.
Those are things that your representatives and people that you go to the polls and vote for, they take those, they write those bills and they take that kind of stuff to Congress and to the Senate. And that's how we have change. So what Kim Kardashian has done is actually helpful. She's used her celebrity to get into a door that most people can't get in. So whether she used her fake ass, but I by no means think this woman is an idiot. I mean, her father was one of the most renowned attorneys.
No, and she's
point blank. She's not an idiot.
Degree.
She is, and I do believe that she has an actual feelings for it. I don't think she's necessarily doing it for clout, but she is using her celebrity to raise awareness. She's using her platform to raise awareness. I'm okay with that. However, there are a lot of people in the background that don't get the recognition for doing the real work. People like
that part.
People like Van Jones, people like Amy Pova, who actually did 9 years in prison, and she's over a organization called Can Do Clemency, where they are trying to grant clemency to thousands and thousands of men and women who are over sentenced. People who are first time offenders who are in prison for 25 and 30 years for things like drug charges or taxes or Medicaid fraud. I mean, had several people get granted clemency by President Trump while I was away. So I'm not saying that what she's doing isn't helpful, because it is. There are certain doors that some of us just can't go in. She had an avenue into the White House and she used it. I'm not mad at her about that. But I think they're giving her recognition and credit for work that she didn't do.
Yes.
So
yes. Scarlett is free.
Oh, now you got to sign.
Knows that it's backwards, Scarlett. I don't think she understands it. Scarlett is free.
But did you have that 18 months ago? I'm just curious.
I did.
Okay.
So, so thank you for educating us on that piece, Scarlett. And we are glad that you are home. Let's talk about something you and I talked about. We talked about how much Starr was there for you. Starr was there.
It's sad, baby. They all know now.
Starr was there for you during your time. And I know personally, I wasn't as much as I could have, should have been. No, I wasn't. But we're going to talk about it. And she and I are okay with it because we know why. Okay.
It's not what she thinks, though. You know, and people have to understand that when people are away, if you're a realist and you worth your salt, then you know that out of sight, out of mind. It ain't personal sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Life happens. My dad passed away while I was gone.
Yeah.
And I wasn't allowed to come home. I wasn't allowed to grieve properly. I couldn't grieve until I came home, and that was over a year later after he passed away. Yes, Starr was
Starr.
Fuck. Now you got me saying it. Starr was an amazing, an amazing cog in my wheel of support. People who supported me, and so were you. I don't know what you're talking about. The first book I received in prison was from you.
Let me go ahead and tell from my point what I feel, how I felt.
Okay.
When she first went away, 100% all in. After a while, it started wearing on me. Not so much for her, but for her son, because I didn't feel like I could do as much. I felt like I let her down with him because of him, with some situations that happened with him in school. I felt like I had one job, because she and I discussed it. She said, you don't worry about can't tell me who it's
help. Okay.
We had a conversation before she went away, and she said, "You don't worry about me. I need you to look after Noah." That was my job, and I felt like I failed. And everybody who knows me knows I suffer from depression myself. Certain things in my life send me spiraling. When I felt like, oh God, I couldn't do that, then it sent me spiraling. And in my opinion, and you've never made me feel bad about it. I made myself feel bad about it because I felt like I could have and should have done more.
So I do know who you are. I know your struggles. I mean, me and Holly not just, kind of friends. For those of you who don't know, we're friends.
I
She
don't
came.
like her. I don't.
She does. She came and spent the whole weekend with me before I left. I left on a Tuesday. She spent Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with me, and left out on Monday morning. I recorded.
Oh.
I turned myself in on Tuesday. Okay, so our friend KK came over Monday night. She was the last friend that I saw before I left. And the day I came home, she and Starr showed up in my living room.
Starr.
So essentially, she and Starr
That person doesn't exist, apparently.
came home. Hey, who is Starr? Came to my living room. So they were essentially the last friend I saw, and they were the first friends I saw when I got home. Holly she came and spent the entire weekend with me. And I was leaving 24 hours later. So she's not giving herself the credit that I think she's due. I understand some of her struggles. I know what she went through. So I know. And she supported Noah a little bit more than I think she thinks she did. You understand what I'm saying? So, but what I will say is, for those of you, I think we're all affected by prison somehow, some way, whether it be your brother in the county, your uncle, been upstate for 10 years. It affects all of us so much, because I think the U.S. is probably 4 or 5% of the world's population, but we probably hold a quarter of the world's prison population.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's mass incarceration. So it affects
Absolutely.
everybody. So I say that to say, if you have somebody that's gone, you need to check on them, because that is the only way because I had some dark days in there. Dark days, just being, I miss my mom. I miss my son. When I left, he was 18. When I came home, he turned 21 2 days later. He was a different person. He was a totally different person.
I think you're one of the strongest people I know, because I'll be honest.
I appreciate that.
I probably wouldn't have made it out. The fact that I suffer from depression anyway, it would have magnified 10 million times. I probably would have been on suicide watch.
I went through intense therapy in there. It was mandated by my judge. I went through intense therapy in there because my co-defendant was my ex-boyfriend. So we had a different kind of bond that I needed to release, and I still hadn't done that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh, hold on. You froze again. Wait a minute.
Sorry. I needed to let that go. And I did that therapy 3 times a week. I took several different classes. The best class I ever took was a class on the Beatitudes. It was called Godly Leadership. Mm-hmm. That class was pivotal for me, just in figuring out some of the awful decisions I made as an adult. And it trickled down to the effect it had on the most important person in my life, which is my son. So people like my friends, I had the best support system in the world. I got probably 400 books while I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Literally, probably 400 books. I got visits.
Danielle said King is by far the strongest person I know.
Yep, she is.
She knows, because she was a cog in that wheel. She understands. She looked out for me. She looked out for Noah.
Did you get to bring the books home?
I brought all of them. Well, I left a lot of them there, because some of those authors, the authors that I requested, I didn't even know hood books existed. So I left real authors like Eric Jerome Dickey and Toni Morrison and Terry McMillan. They didn't have books like that in there. I left that kind of stuff there with them, and I brought some of my other things home. But I had a huge support system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And both of you were actually a part of it, whether you think you were or not.
Listen, everybody always thinks they can do more. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could have been over there on that side to make trips. You always wish. There's a young man, and Scarlett, you know who he is. We talked about it. There's a young man in prison right now for murder. When I lived in Atlanta, he was like my son. Literally, mother wasn't in his life. He called me his mom. I left and went to California, and then he ended up killing somebody, going to prison. I blame myself.
Yeah.
Said, gosh, if I wouldn't have left, so I carry a lot of guilt for a lot of, I carry a lot of guilt. But he and I talked just the other day as he popped up. I didn't know who he was on social media, and he, like he said, you could not have stopped the journey I was on. I was on that journey when you were here. I just hid it more out of respect for you. Yes, I missed you, but don't blame yourself. It was nothing you could.
You can't.
I do believe that your time was way excessive for the crime.
It wasn't though. I wish I mean, just if I keep it real with you, it was not. I mean, my entire journey was blessed from the time I found out that I was indicted. When I tell you God was all up and through there, he was all up and through there. I mean, my attorney, who was very good, by the way, told me to expect 48 to 52 months. And that's how the federal system sentences you. They don't sentence you based on years. They sentence you based on months.
Baby, I learned that the hard way. Because when they told me my daddy had 1,000 some months, I thought they meant years, and I passed out in that courtroom.
No, it's sentenced by months.
I didn't know that. They don't tell you that.
It's a federal guideline system, and it's based on points. So depending on how many points you have, like what your criminal history is, whether you've ever been in trouble or
I
not.
think that was the thing for me that you had not, and I just felt like probation would have been appropriate for somebody like
initially
you.
It was a federal probation case.
College educated, never been in trouble, had a great job, like
but so did the other 450 women I was locked up with.
But the other 450 women ain't my business.
But it is if you're talking about prison reform.
Well, that's true too. But that's why
if you're talking about prison reform. So, but I feel you. I feel you. And I really do. I understand what you're saying. But I just want you to know that for me to do 31 months versus the 52 months I was expecting, I took it, slapped hands with my attorney, and had 6 months she gave me time to get my son off to school, to watch him graduate. Oh my God.
That girl said, bitch, I'm glad it's over with me.
Yeah, because that day we left after your birthday party, first of all, we can make light of it now a little bit. When we had her going away, I think you were over there, Starr. It was her birthday.
Thank you, Monica. And she was there the day of the Beyonce concert.
Yes, and I thought Chris was gonna have to drag KK out by her braids, because she had braids at that time. That thing I believe it was a flood in Atlanta that day, honey. That thing had snot rolling.
That's but you know what that is?
That's
friendship.
I had to leave the room. Friendship. Exactly. And Earl had to take me outside because I was trying not to let you see me cry, because I'm
Danielle too. My auntie Vicky had to get Danielle.
Exactly.
And Danielle was working with me at the time. I actually had the opportunity to hire her, and she worked with me, so I had to leave her at work, and my job didn't know where I was going.
I still got her number in my phone, Danielle's closest friend. But that was yes, I know. I just said I was dropping snot. Earl had to pull me outside, KK. But it was hard for everybody, but most hard for you. Question, you talked about being judged.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that a little bit.
People still do it. That's one of the biggest things about prison reform, is there's so many roadblocks for people who have felonies. Listen, I have 1 year probation. I'll be finished in November. And the thing about that is, when I'm done, leave me alone. That's how I feel. Leave me alone. I just feel like at some point you have to let people reacclimate themselves back into society. If you don't, it becomes cyclical. That's what recidivism is, when people go back. But when they can't get jobs, and they can't get places to stay, and they can't get cars, because it's so many roadblocks in the way for you're not allowed to really re-enter society. And that is a part of prison reform. That's why people have to get involved, because I work in the restaurant industry now. It started out as a job because I needed a job because I was fresh out of prison. However, it's turned into something else now. And even still, people say, oh my God, what are you doing here? Or what are you doing? Listen, I'm good. I'm fine. But I also can't walk into Coke and fill out an application and assume that they aren't going to do a background check and ask me why in the world I have an aggravated identity theft charge. Because I do. And that's a dangerous charge. I would have rather had an assault charge or some type of tax charge. I have aggravated identity theft. So as soon as people see me, they pulling their person to the side and shit. And that's not really what happened. If you don't know my story, you don't know my story. I ain't never reached into nobody's bag, take their ID, and go open up a Macy's credit card and buy a whole bunch of Michael Kors. But that's what people assume.
I don't think we should talk about what I've done. I think we should focus on you.
We are.
You know what? But I think that was one of the hardest things too. Like, knowing you as a person and knowing what you were facing coming out was very hard. It's like knowing it was gonna be hard for you to get a job.
It's an uphill battle, but we all got to swim
They
upstream.
don't know you. Exactly. They don't know you, and they're judging you by that, but know that you give the shirt off your back to help somebody. Like, honestly, y'all, when we was in college, I used to tell her, stop trying to be everybody's friend and be nice to everybody, because I wasn't. And shut up, Scarlett.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that.
But Scarlett was always, hey, friend, or talk. Why do you have to talk to everybody? Like,
it's genuine though.
Exactly.
It's genuine.
Exactly. It is. If you know her, you'll know that she's that type of person, and she's going to help and go above and beyond. Me, I probably give two shits if you fall in the river. But what I'm saying now,
we're friends. Yeah, we're friends.
I'm just playing,
speaks volumes about who I really am. But I just thought I'd say that. I had to put that out there because it does.
Yes, but I thank you for sharing your story.
Sure.
We're glad that not that you went.
I ain't want to. I'm just playing. Google is alive and well.
First of all, it was her idea. We were. I'm not glad you went through what you went through, but I'm glad you came through.
Yeah, it's the best worst thing that's ever happened to me. And
I believe it's a blessing on the other side too. I think you should definitely look into getting into what you can about prison reform, being as though you've experienced it firsthand, and you're not trying to cure the next generation of Black penises for your children. I do believe that you should look into getting.
But I am though. Go ahead.
Thank you, Gail. She said Scarlett. She didn't say
Starr.
Gail, wait a minute. Now you taking it too far right there. I don't allow people to be on my show. She's not a sweetheart. She's not. She's a cute pearl. I was playing.
Both of y'all are cute hoes. Cute pearl.
But we glad that you're out and that
thank both of you. Thank both of you for everything. It's a big deal.
Yes,
it was a big deal.
Thank the Lord. All right. So, y'all, I'm gonna talk about college memories.
Not me.
I just want to know. Sorry, do you remember them shoestrings I gave KK when she came out? And do you remember that picture? Do y'all remember that picture?
I still got my picture. I wish I could get up right now.
I was a proud AKA supporter. I was a proud AKA supportive friend.
What picture? You first walk in my house, I have a beautiful painting, and it's the first thing you see when you walk into my apartment today.
And I had it at her coming out show. I was standing there with a whole painting that's the size of 55 inch.
No, I can't find my license tag. You had my license tag too. I can't find my license tag.
I'm really put that on me. I gave you a license tag.
You did. I said I can't find it.
Oh, okay. I took it.
Scarlett, thank you so much for sharing your story. Tara said that. So proud of you, Ramily. Yes. And Scarlett, we should have you back to share more. You know what I like about Scarlett is that the fact that she is sharing. A lot of people be like, you getting tattoos while you got a teardrop under your eye, shawty.
I'm scared. Nobody messing up this here masterpiece. My mama worked hard on this.
But she look at KK. You hated.
She hated weather blazers. Yeah.
Okay.
College memories.
Tell me about what's the laces.
So the story is so embarrassing because I don't know what was wrong with me. I was having a moment.
You was jealous.
KK is obviously, if everybody don't realize now, she's my best friend, and we met at Albany State. And
you do not play about that. Don't nobody else come in and try to say KK is her best.
Starr, Scooby.
Go ahead.
Scooby.
She's not playing about that. Go ahead.
Starr, Scooby.
Yes, Scarlett, don't say that out loud. So anyway, she was coming out as an AKA, and I had bought all this stuff. I don't know where I got it. I must have robbed several paraphernalia shops because I was broke as hell.
Gilbert.
And I wanted to get her these AKA shoelaces, and Scarlett got them for her.
Because they were sold out. Guess who got the last pair? Because I worked at Gilbert's. Odyssey Records. Shout out to
everybody at Albany State. I cussed Scarlett out pretty bad about it. I cussed Scarlett out pretty bad.
Don't matter. I still get the credit for giving KK the shoestrings. I get the credit for your painting and your license tag. Let me get that. Run me my credit.
Give me credit. I wish I would have served time. That's when you get your love. No love showed on here.
Run me my credit.
Listen, we were flood babies. Starr,
the unsinkable Albany State University.
Starr and KK were real flood babies. Yeah, y'all was
94.
There. But we 98. We got to stay in school for a couple weeks, but we really wasn't flood babies then. But
we came. Wiley Hall was just fine. We came.
So for those of you that don't know, Albany State suffered a major flood in the summer of 1994, and that was the year I was going to Albany State. Now, mind you, my mama, I'm my only my mother's only daughter, so she was super nervous. But she wasn't too nervous because she left my ass down there, and these people didn't have no buildings.
The Days Inn.
She left me at a Days Inn, saying that this was my college dorm. Ma'am, you don't care too much about me. Because why the hell would you leave me at this Days Inn talking about this gonna be her dorm? Oh, Slappy. And Albany, Georgia.
Like 300. What was it? 300.
It was on Oglethorpe. It wasn't on Slappy.
My bad. I love Slappy Street, but no, it was on Oglethorpe. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is all the parents of the 1994 graduates that left your children down there, y'all didn't like us. They had one building that was not underwater. One. Everything was either underwater, had dead bodies floating in it, so much mold and rats and snakes and lions, tigers and bears. You hear me?
Yet and still, it is the unthinkable.
Said I was the first real life vegetarian she ever met. Girl, when I tell you I eat everything now from the root to the
She was a vegetarian, but she was still fat. And I said, well, I'm eating hella cabbages.
Sorry. Do you remember?
I was eating bread and cheese.
Do you remember we was on our way home to Atlanta? We were in Ann's station wagon, and we stopped at Burger King.
And I got a vegetarian.
I ordered a veggie Whopper.
And they ain't even have. As a matter of fact, give me my money. I invented veggie Whopper.
You did, Holly.
I invented
for real.
I did, and I got it. I used to get everything on the Whopper except the meat.
The meat. Yeah, veggie Whopper.
We
have a veggie Whopper. That lady said, "What?"
And
I had Jimmy's hot dogs, and I ain't had no hot dog.
No hot dog.
In the bun. Yes.
And the onions that stink. Ooh, them onions stink on your breath. The onions come out your vagina and your butthole at Jimmy Hot Dogs. You hear me? Ooh, them onions stay on you for 2 years.
Yes, they did. But yes, I was a vegetarian, y'all. But and now I eat everything. But you know what? When I got to Albany State, I remember seeing at our dorm, we were in Wally Hall. Our dorm, y'all, you could see a car that got caught under all the rubbish. Still was in the ground.
And we went to school here, however come.
We went to school there. And when my mom and daddy dropped me off, they were concerned for me because they saw them trailers in mud. And my daddy said, "You sure?" I remember
that ain't concerned. That was fake.
No, Holly Daddy, when they pulled up, y'all know where they had them. When you drive down 300, they had them cotton. You can see the cotton. Yeah. Holly Daddy said, "There go y'all work study."
Phelps said his mom and daddy gave him $500 in a Bible and don't ask for no more money. Y'all, I'm telling you, I might not have my shirt on, but I had some of the best years of my
life ever because we had to make it work. All these students now that get bored, they got all devices in the world that they
we didn't have cell phones.
We had no cell phones. We lived in trailers. We went to school in trailers.
Well, I stayed in trailers a lot.
The boys was in trailers and the classes. So was you in the class or in the boys?
I was with the not the whole basketball.
Sad. Spit it out.
Dave, free Holly.
I wasn't with the whole basketball team. Everybody know who the love of my life was. Probably still is. But yeah.
I'm really coughing now, sorry.
I mean, he's in New York, so whatever. But I stayed in them trailers. What was his name? Who was the man who used to catch us?
Brugel.
Did he pass away? God rest his soul.
I don't know about
No.
You just gonna kill the man?
They said room check, child. You can see women. Next year, room check. You can see women come from them trailers in butt naked thongs from miles and miles away. You hear me?
My Scarlett like that.
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing.
But listen, Wally Hall, we had it good because our dorm mother was drunk after 10 o'clock, and we could do whatever we
Miss Wilson. Miss Wilson.
Yes, Miss Wilson was drunk.
Oh, yeah, Miss Rose, and she used to cook Sunday dinner.
Wait a minute, Monica talking about OMG Holly. I believe I passed you a few times.
Tell on it. Tell on Monica. Monica, don't act like you weren't running.
I mean, everybody had to have a walking buddy down to the trailer. You want to walk me to the trailer? I mean,
it was me and Holly. Yeah, Holly was on our way down there.
I'm just saying.
I know Andrew smelled like mold, and it still does.
The ceiling looked like cancer.
The ceiling
Brugel did pass away. Phil said he did pass away. Brugel did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm sad, but
Yeah,
he
but
caught me several times.
oh, he caught you. Scarlett should have been expelled from all schools. He caught her about every morning. He just started bringing bath towels and toothbrushes and toothpaste every
Y'all
day.
know gunwell Kenny was gonna whoop my ass if I ain't come down to them trailers and y'all hear.
I asked Kenny's head so big. I asked him one time, Kenny, can your head and shoulders fit in the shower
together?
I hope that man watching.
I don't care. I said what I said.
Monica said, "No, ma'am. I like old men." Well, then you was down there for Bragel then, because you was in the I passed you in the trailers. Now, come on now.
Y'all know.
I was saying, me and Muffin, aka Marcia, we had got into the Lord after that first whole year.
Yes, because I went to the church
into the Lord.
What was that church we used to all go to? Gardner. Reverend Gardner. No, what was the man?
No, I went to Johnny Leggett Daddy. I went to
I went to his for a little bit, but Muffin, me, all of us, we went.
What's the name of my church? I can't remember.
Muffin, what's the name?
They renamed it.
I still got my rope of hope because we had a rope of hope. Like you, no matter how far you slide, you can't fall off. Remember, skin. He had the pretty wife. What was his name?
I can't remember the name of that church. Muffin, I don't know.
Yeah, Gardner, Pastor Gardner.
That's the church. I know a certain friend got saved in that church. I remember that. Mm-hmm.
I did.
Not you.
Oh, I'd have been baptized about 25 times.
Yeah, me too. My mama dogged me out by that to this day. So yeah,
I know.
You need to go on. You need to get out the water.
I know. Daddy said, how many times do it take? I'm like, many times God saved my soul.
So I get
that was the best time ever. I would love to do all 4 again.
Yes. She said, nope. I was in my geo messing with the locals. Oh my God. I remember.
Now that you was doing.
Yes, you was.
You was doing it.
And that geo got us home.
That geo, baby.
That's the new name. What's the old name of it?
That blue geo and station wagon.
And station wagon. She said the name of the church is New Birth.
They renamed it New Birth. It wasn't New Birth then.
It wasn't New Birth then. It wasn't. But
nothing watching. She probably typing slow or something.
Right.
Or even she ain't watching. She just lying.
Yeah, it is New Birth now, but it became New Birth, but it wasn't New Birth. Y'all, we went to a HBCU. I got a second trivia. Y'all, this trivia, I'm gonna pop in Jay, pop yourself in. This trivia, you're going to win some HaHa Holly merchandise. You'll get a mug and a face mask, and also I didn't forget Hidden Oaks, honey, because I did my dirt in Hidden Oaks, as we all did.
I would say
whatever.
You and Jada.
Mercer Grove. Thank you, Muff.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Mercer Grove. But Jay is also going, if you get this answer to this trivia question correct, not only do you get a HaHa Holly mug and mask, you also get to choose one of Jay's pendants. She has one on her neck now that she makes Jay show them the pendants. They have the choices.
Okay.
One of the pendants.
Oh, that's so cute.
So this trivia question, what was the first HBCU in the history of America?
I know the answer.
And the bonus is, what year was it founded?
I know that answer too.
Wow.
You in the history of America.
I know the answer.
Year it was founded.
I know the answer.
And we will come back to that. We'll give the answer to that at the end of the show. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to figure it out. Jay, watch out for the first person that answers. First,
I know it.
You in the history of America, and for a bonus, the year that it was founded.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you, Jade. Y'all, what you want to free Jade again? You told me to free Jade. I'm free, and I'm getting off the air because I free.
She free. She free.
So we 1 year into the pandemic, y'all, and I've asked this for the past few shows because I like to find a positive in everything. What's something good that happened to you during the pandemic?
Can I go first? Because I was released from prison. Say what? Come on, COVID. Come on, COVID.
I guess she got. Yeah, I guess she won. Ding, ding, ding.
Run me my coin.
Run your coin. Starr. What was the one something good that came out of? I don't want to say the pandemic. I'm going to say the lockdown. Janice, I win automatically.
She keeps saying that.
She must got it right.
One thing that I think that it was a lot of actually positive that came out of it. I feel like I gotten closer to my family. very much closer to my family. And I thought we were already close, but it brought us even closer because you start realizing that life is short and you start just realizing that anything could happen any moment now. So we got to love on each other and let all the little petty stuff go.
Yeah.
So that was one thing I think that came out of this. Another thing that came out of it is that I really realized that my husband, Ansley, loves me a whole lot more than I love myself, because anybody that would date or marry a breath that smelled this bad, he got to be in love.
In the morning, you mean?
No, apparently something was in my mouth because my mask started smelling like fart all the time.
Remember Dave, y'all? Dave, how Dave's
Oh, that was bad. Basketball Dave. Yep.
Wait, y'all, what if he's watching?
It had to be some kind of code or statute against that. Because when I
he
say,
ended up having a puss pocket. I remember he ended up having
I'm not going to do this. We can't do that. No, I can't. That's gross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, Janice said she started some businesses. Yes, she did.
She sure did.
She didn't start some. She started all the businesses. Let me
She did.
Denise sell hair. Denise sell lashes. Denise sell makeup. Denise sell lipstick. Denise sell jewelry. Denise sell clothes. Denise sell bras. Denise sell food. Denise sell waist trainers. Denise sell
Denise do taxes. Denise sell real estate. She do appraisals.
She taught me and my family how to do keto. We were losing all kind of weight from that girl.
Well, maybe I need
to brand.
Yeah, she is. She is a brand. That's my LS. So okay, so Starr, you learned that your husband loves you because your breath stinks. Anything else positive?
Yeah,
damn, Starr. What about you?
Well, y'all don't act like this. I got it fixed. I got it synced about.
I never knew that about you. So I just know that it couldn't have been as bad as you thought. We spent a significant.
No, it was bad. My mask and I had a fight one day. Oh, so I was like, oh. So
Kiki,
that was
my basketball Dave. Yeah, basketball Dave. Well, you remember somebody dated basketball Dave.
Are we gonna say the person's name? Because you shouldn't remember.
Yeah.
Was it Jade? Who was it?
It wasn't Jade. Yeah. It was her, the person who put the comment.
I
wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna let it slide.
She's about to cuss me out. Go ahead, pop her comment back up when she cussed me out. I guess for me, I got fired. Last week was my 1 year anniversary from getting fired, and I promise you, yes, that was everything but ass.
She sell everything but ass.
Everything but ass. Girl, you need to put that on the shirt.
Right.
Denise I sell everything but
ass. But for me,
that's free.
Getting fired was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Thank you, Aegis, to this day for firing me, because it forced me to start walking in my purpose. So
that's right.
That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah, that was about it.
That's about it.
I think I won.
Yeah.
Well, naturally, duh.
I lost 46 pounds too.
Oh, amen. Praise the Lord.
Come on.
That's
Hello.
good. I lost my gallbladder, but it came all back and then some.
You lost your gallbladder during the pandemic?
October, I had emergency gallbladder surgery. I lost 20-some pounds. And honey, when I tell you that 20-some plus has come back.
Ooh. Yeah, the weight over here is serious.
Yeah, it's serious over here too, but I ain't got no man, so I don't care.
Me neither. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. Any other college memories y'all want to share? Scarlett thinks I'm the meanest person in the world.
She is the meanest person in the world. She's mean for no reason. She was mean. Let me tell you what it was. Holly's tolerance for bullshit was so little because she was older than us. I was 18 when I came into college. So I was an 18-year-old kid. She was 21. She was already 21.
Holly, I did not know that.
Yeah, she was 21 when she came to school. That's why she didn't want to let me get that trash bag. I had trash bag. I just ran out.
No, it was just a little ball of energy coming. Hey, you got a trash bag? And I'm like, oh, she's so annoying. She wouldn't go.
And then I was a neighbor. I was her neighbor.
Wouldn't go away, but then we ended up being friends. She was like, "Oh, you got a pretty natural." My sister, you know how Scarlett talk fast into everybody. My sister could do your hair. She did. And I was thinking, Lord,
she did it.
Let me just go let her sister do my hair, so she shut up and leave me alone. And then I ended up
feel like that.
Liking her. But I mean, I wasn't mean. I just didn't have a tolerance for BS and fakeness. If I didn't like him, I just didn't like him.
If you're watching, she was mean.
Huh?
She was mean.
Listen, I went out and applied went out and applied. I auditioned for because everybody was like, "Oh, you're so funny, you should try it." And so I think Holly was one of those people that hyped me up. And I did the audition, and it was the worst mistake of my life. I was horrible.
What show was that?
I was horrible. And I looked at Holly, and I think it was Lisa Love. Lisa Love, you get your little short butt on here too to watch this. Because y'all hyped me up to go in front of that man. And that man gave me that thing, and I said, today we will be talking. I only expressed myself at the end. Yesterday was fun. Horrible! He stopped me and said, yeah, we've seen enough.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Musette, yeah. Do y'all remember that? Musette said the fight on the tennis courts in front of Andrews when the Q's was getting raw chicken and the football team got mad.
I don't think we were in school. Musette came in 94, right? Or did she come in 95?
She came in after us, yeah. So maybe because I don't remember that at all. But I was also off campus by then, so.
Yeah, you went.
I do remember hearing the football team and the Q's got into a fight. I do remember hearing that.
I didn't know if it was over no raw chicken.
I don't remember.
I didn't either.
We have to ask a Q Pearl. She might know.
Well, Scarlett, tell us, did it happen?
I don't know. I wasn't a Q Pearl.
Y'all both was Q Pearls. All y'all was Q Pearls.
Monica was a Q Pearl, I believe.
I was not a Q Pearl. What is wrong with Q Pearl? I wasn't one.
Monica
was a Pearl.
Monica wasn't no Q Pearl.
She wasn't. And
she still is. Yeah, you know everything about them folks.
I was not a Q Pearl.
Oh, you came in 96.
I don't have anything against Q Pearls, but I was not one. I sat on a float. No, ma'am. See?
Why did they pick you?
Huh?
Scarlett, why did they pick y'all? What was about y'all that made y'all Q or 5 or 5?
Larry Cohen saw me and Sincata in the what's that place called where you eat? Jada was.
Monica said Jada.
I'm telling it, Jada was.
Oh yeah, I know why too. Yeah, college memory.
This is messy. Hey, you ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Larry Cohen saw me and Sincata in the cafeteria, and he just asked us to come to a meeting.
Light skin. That's when light skin was in, y'all.
Monica, Miss Alpha, huh?
Sorry, stop.
That's when light skin was in, and now I was so happy toward the end.
Who told you we was out of style?
Y'all out of style, girl, because dark skin and thick is where it's at, baby.
It is, but I
got the thick. No, I never felt on his show. I remember Felt loved my natural. And when I grew my hair back, Scarlett, you remember that when I started growing my hair back, he stopped speaking to me.
He hated it.
I'm speaking to you.
Yeah, he didn't like it. He liked her hair real short.
He loved, because he said I had the prettiest natural he had ever seen. And he loved my natural. When I let my hair grow back, Felt, you remember that? He stopped speaking to me for a while. He was so angry that I let my hair start growing back. He stopped speaking to me.
You sure y'all wasn't sleeping together? Because this don't sound right.
They wouldn't.
No.
He was. Yep, was.
He was so mad at my.
Now she was sleeping. I'm just playing.
Tell it, Scarlett. Tell it.
I kept my travels limited at Albany State. Unlike some people.
This getting messy. Y'all need to change.
Well, Kenny, y'all know Kenny was gonna try to go 12 rounds with me in front of Gibson. Don't do that.
I have to come save Scarlett in school
all the time. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. Phil said it wasn't over raw chicken. It was because they were trying to feed the Qs first and not the football players.
Oh,
so J Mac flipped the grill over,
and all hell broke loose, and we got to fighting.
Yeah, come on, Albany. Tell it, Phil.
That's what it was.
And he remembered when he stopped speaking to me about my hair. See,
I ain't know it was about no raw chicken.
I was Musette. Now I'm gonna need you to fact check from now on. Gotta say about some raw chicken. See, that's how rumors get started. Raw chicken. Ain't that a mess? But I enjoyed my obviously. I was sweet and innocent for the most part.
Mean as hell.
Sweet,
mean as hell. She was mean.
Name one time.
One time you told me to go to the audition, you knew I was no shit about. That's when you was mean. And then you give me no direction. Just told me, you do fine.
I'm telling you what she was mean. One day, me, Tan, Holly, and Maya were at the House of Jazz, right?
House of Jazz.
Leaving the House of Jazz. We realized
ain't no jazz being played at that house.
No jazz being played in the house. We were leaving. We were walking down the sidewalk.
She done left the screen.
Okay, I'm finna tell you. She wanna know one time she with me. Don't leave.
I ain't gonna leave.
Don't leave. So we leaving, walking out. But it's crowded. So we're almost in a line, not in a line, but we kind of walking scattered. A group of girls walk up to us and start talking. One in particular, Holly just don't like. Holly just don't like. I don't even remember. I do remember what the girl did now. Holly just don't like. So the girl has a whole full-fledged conversation with me because remember, I'm everybody. I'm nice to everybody. I'm nice. The girl turned around, looked at Holly and said, "Hey, little mama."
No, she touched my shoulder and said, "Hey, girl, you can't speak." And my response was, "Bitch, please."
It was outside the house.
And turned my head around and kept talking. If I didn't like you, I just didn't like you. I don't.
We were just looking at her like everybody that was standing around. It's just like a hush.
But was that mean or was that real?
No, that was rude.
Was that mean or was it real?
What did the girl do? You're going to have to tell us what she did.
She didn't have a chance to do anything because Holly continued to walk. We all were just standing there like.
What did she do that you didn't like, Holly?
She she liked the love of my life.
What's that?
Oh.
It was over a boy.
It was over a boy. And you were 31 when you got to college. Now that's it.
It was over a boy. Yeah, all right.
No, I didn't like her because she was petty to people all the time. And she know I didn't like her anyway.
No, she did know Holly didn't like her. But
and she only did that because she was by herself and she was embarrassed because she didn't have to be with. So she was talking to Scarlett and Tan. Of course, they so nice. They talking to everybody. And then what got
me and Tan ain't even really that nice.
She touched me and said, "Hey, girl, you can't speak." Bitch, please.
Just like that.
And what the girl just stood there?
She didn't say nothing.
Nobody knows.
Speak to me again.
I saw blue. I don't know what I saw.
She never tried to speak to me again.
What the
mission accomplished.
Well, me and Maya just walked on down the sidewalk because I said I don't know what the fuck be wrong with Holly. I don't understand. I did, and I remember we had a little riff outside because Holly was like, "I don't understand. If I don't like her, I don't have to speak to her. I couldn't get past it."
Am I wrong, audience? People, am I wrong? If you don't like somebody, should you be forced? Mind you, we grown now, but I'm talking about back in the day. Even now, if I don't like you, I shouldn't have to be forced to talk to you or speak. That's why I had to leave corporate America because every day I had talked to a whole bunch of people I ain't like.
You do. Exactly. But no, you're not wrong.
Thank you. But anyway,
you wrong for calling out her name.
As they said, what you say?
You wrong for calling her out her name, but I mean, it is what it is. She can get it too.
Thank you, Monica. She said, "Nope, you're not wrong."
What is happening right now?
Let's call her the B word, y'all.
So
ain't nobody saved no more.
Unless I am saved. God understands. See, God right now, me and God
Don't do it. God, y'all gotta understand about what?
I'm trying to change, but right now, due to the pandemic, God has my change request on hold. So,
man, I'm finna go.
So, but y'all, now we're coming up to actually we have gone so long. I am going to skip my favorite segment of the show, which is actually I'm not. I got one thing I need. Jay, I need to get to my favorite segment of the show called I Need Answers.
Go look at this gift.
Y'all, look at this. In Texas, Trump's wax figure was moved because he kept getting punched in the face.
Shut up, Danielle.
But my thing is, why did they move the wax figure? They should have just kept letting people punch it in the face.
But look at the picture they used for that article. It looked like you about to get punched.
Exactly. But I had to cut my I Need Answers segment short. Now we're gonna go to my second favorite segment of the show. And that is Drop Some Gems.
Mm-hmm.
This is a segment of the show where we highlight you both. Scarlett, I'll start with you. You have up to 3 minutes to tell us anything that you want to tell us. The spotlight is on you.
So I'm going to drop some gems. Okay, so drink water, mind your business, let go of people who don't serve you well. Help others, give back to the community somehow, some way, whether it be at a community center, at church, a food bank, youth programs. I used to coach cheerleading. That's a form of giving back. Just kind of trying to make sure that others are not in need. I will also say self-care. Make sure you guys practice some sort of self-care. We got so much turmoil, mass killings, voter rights suppression, a pandemic. Find some kind of way to find some peace. Give social media and news a break every now and then. Read an inspiring book. I read everything: philosophy, hood, religion. Just find something to read. Find something that takes you away from your everyday. Some sort of release. If you're giving more than you're getting, then it's time to bounce. Hit the gym. Develop a hobby. I just started running again. I'm still fat and out of shape, but that don't mean I'm not trying. I am. My Apple Watch tells me that I'm trying. I don't know if I have any more gems, Holly. Yeah, we can start by giving back to our ASU community. That's a good idea. Start with your alma mater. And now that I'm in a financial position to do that, that is on my list of things to do. That's all I got. Oh, have sex.
Well, I'm missing out on that department. The wells run dry. Thank you, Scarlett, so much. Hang out backstage. We'll be right back with you in a moment. And next up, we will bring in Starr to drop some gems.
I like the music. So the gems that I would like to drop is that now that the vaccine is here and a lot of us have decided, well, you know what? The Tuskegee men should have read up more on it. We're going to go ahead and take it. Please don't act like that this is a cure. The vaccine is not a cure. You cannot be out here saying, I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm going up to people and just talking with no mask on, spitting everywhere, licking each other in the face. It was a lady told me the other day that she was vaccinated, and I gave that lady the biggest kiss. Now, it was my grandmama, but she still was shocked. Vaccine is not a cure. You can't be at the grocery store eating fruit again, right off, picking grapes right at the grocery store, just wiping it with your hand and eating it because you just free. You got to still act like you have COVID, even though you're fully vaccinated. So I just want y'all to be careful with the vaccine. Don't do too much. Don't ball out and wild out and act the fool and just be all up in each other's space like I am. Because I'm telling you, something has gotten into me. You can't tell me that I'm COVID. I'm COVID free. I'm living in a whole new world. It's like it never happened to me. I'm doing all things wrong all over again. Which brings me to another point is we were nasty people before this happened. We was nasty people before this happened. Waitresses came out and they would bring our food and spit all over before they gave it to us. And we in elevators all up on each other talking loud and spitting each other ear. Now you don't even give eye contact. Get on the elevator right now during pandemic. Child, you be in a corner like this saying, oh God, please don't even look at me. So if you get fully vaccinated or when you get fully vaccinated, just know that it is not a cure. It's still going on out here. We still got people that, are doing the most. So y'all be safe. Don't be like me. I'm out in these streets. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And we're going to pop everybody back in because, Jay, did anybody get the answer to the last trivia about the HBCU?
No one got the full answer. Someone got
I
the
know.
but no one got the university right.
Okay, who got the year?
Mika Wells, he got the year.
That's Tamika Cates.
Okay, so Tamika, you will get a gift still because you got the year. So inbox me your mailing address because we're mailing you your HaHa Holly mug, mask, and pendant. The name of the university was Cheney, Pennsylvania University, founded in 1837. That was the first HBCU in the history of America. Know your facts, people. Know your facts. Scarlett and Starr. I've really enjoyed having you all on my show this week. Seriously, this has probably been one of the fun, I don't like to say funnest because then I sound like I didn't go to school. Most fun shows that it's only one HBCU Albany State. I know that's
the
right.
unthinkable.
the unsinkable Albany State. But I appreciate having you both on my show. I can't let the show end. Erica had asked about that whole chat thing for money. Let me know about that, Erica. But at this time, we do not have sponsors. So Jade and I are sponsoring this show ourselves. You can go to teespring.com/HaHa with Holly, and you can get merchandise. I have t-shirts, I have masks, I have sweatshirts, I have hoodies, I have mugs. Log on and help a sister out.
Holly, is that Blue Ivy or you?
That's me.
That's her.
Everybody,
Blue Ivy.
I know everybody says it, but that is actually drawn from a picture of me. And then go to Jade's Facebook or Instagram page and cop one of her clayful art gems that she makes. They're ceramic, clay ceramic jewelry. Thank you. Help us out. Again, thank you both. This has been so much fun. Trip down memory lane. I love you both. Free Jade. I'm gonna free her, and then you pay her every week.
Free Jade till it's backward.
Exactly. I had so much fun with both of y'all.
Follow me on Facebook, everybody. I'm more popular on Facebook than Instagram.
Don't worry about me.
I have both
Don't,
of their
I don't be talking about
informations. Both of their info. Listen to me.
I don't be talking about nothing. Don't worry about me.
Here's
I don't be talking
both
about
of their information. Scarlett King on Facebook, Starr Carter on Facebook, and both of them Instagram, Miss Scarlett O'Hara, comedian Starr Carter. Follow them both. I appreciate having you both here. I'm still pissed off that I don't have an HBCU shirt. We'll talk about that later.
A little heavy on the HBC love over here, though.
Both of you all hang out backstage with, and I'll be with you in just a second. Don't leave yet, okay?
Bye. This was so fun. Thank you, Holly.
Thank you. Jade, we did it. Episode 9, episode 10 is coming next week. Thank you, everybody. Listen, for everybody who watched the show today, it was major Albany State love and definitely major AKA love for my sorors and my line sisters. And I just thank everybody. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button on YouTube for me. Hit like on Facebook. Share the show. Tell people about it. Come back and watch next week. Don't just watch when I got Albany State people on, because I'm always an Albany State person. Come back and watch. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you. And we will see everybody next week. For everybody who won, don't forget to inbox me your information. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. She's always this funny girl's coming your way. She's got jokes, banter, and folly. It's your girl, Holly. See you next week.